Whenever you see a YouTube video and it's got that little promotion thing on the corner like this one did, a lot of people immediately click off, or a lot of people get just really annoyed, or they go, "Great, what are they going to try to sell me?" Part of the reason is, and in the carnivore space, we've become very aware of this lately, is that there's this a natural sort of, and this is a big problem on YouTube in general, actually, a natural desire to turn the platform into, just constantly targeted marketing. And to a degree, that's not a bad thing per se. I mean, you've got, a lot of small companies get their start by sponsoring videos like this one or others, but it can be so abused, it's ridiculous. And there's some signs that it can be abused. And YouTube has had some interesting controversies on this lately, not the platform itself, but in certain YouTube communities, like political commentary communities, or nerd commentary, we'll call, people who rant about how bad a lot of Disney stuff is or whatever these days. They had their own little scandal recently where one of the main companies out there that had been suddenly just came out of nowhere, was sponsoring a lot of videos, was offering to sell people one little square foot plot of land out in Scotland or something, and you got a title out of the deal. You became a lord or a lady. People fell for it. It wasn't marketed as a gag gift, although, I mean, it was obviously on its face a gag gift, because that's not how getting a title works, folks. It's just not how it works. But people fell for it. And some YouTubers, some of the savvier ones, caught up when this started getting exposed as a grift, basically. They immediately contacted the sponsor company and withdrew and made videos saying they weren't going to promote them anymore. Carnivore, we had the whole Liver King problem because of his, he's the man behind Ancestral Supplements. And actually, Ancestral Supplements, as they go, aren't the worst offender. I won't say who the worst offender is, just from another very high-profile person adjacent to this community with those desiccated organ supplements. But Ancestral Supplements cost around $30 or $40 a jar. That's still a lot of money for a supplement. They are literally more expensive than any of the supplements I've ever taken, or the very few that I still take. And I still take creatine monohydrate for the gym, because to get creatine, you need the amount of creatine for the gym benefit that you're looking for from eating beef, which requires you like 5 pounds a day of it. I'm not eating 5 pounds of beef a day, at least not in this phase of my carnivore journey. But you should never have to pay that much money for a supplement, especially one that, in theory, shouldn't cost that much. Because, as it turns out, most of those companies, those desiccated organ supplement companies, all source their organs from like the same beef producers in New Zealand. Yeah, they're imported. Yeah, they're grass-fed, grass-finished, but I mean, they're still the parts of the animal that overwhelming majority aren't being sold for human consumption, are often getting sent to like meat pack or to dog food making companies. Go look at the label on dog food sometimes. You'll see what I'm talking about, because most people just don't want to eat those organs. And so, you get these ridiculous markups on these organ supplements. And, I have some experience with some of those. They did nothing for me. I noticed zero difference whatsoever, so I stopped taking them pretty quickly. But some people also have reported the opposite, that they needed them. And this is why I don't take a one-size-fits-all approach. It's just be careful with what you're doing. I mean, I've seen some estimates of people spending thousands of dollars on these supplements, which is just on its face ridiculous. I think a giveaway for these kind of products is, are they promising some crazy, magical benefits to you? And that's usually how the supplements are marketed. And this is not like a YouTuber trying to sell you a t-shirt or a coffee mug. I've got some t-shirt designs for this channel that we're twiddling our thumbs and not doing anything with just yet, but, they'll be kind of fun. But are you getting any magical benefit? No, they'll keep you covered. And they might amuse you with the design on them or not. But that's it. That's literally the only promise. And it's sort of like these things. Carnivore Crisps, right? The sponsor of this video. I give them a shout out because not everybody wants to spend the time to make these. These are delicious. This is the chicken skin one, by the way. I immediately got sold on them because of this one, because a couple years ago, chicken skin got hit the market as a kind of a neat little snack item, but all of them were loaded with carbs. This one has no carbs in it. It's just this and Redmond's real salt. Got a crunch and it's pure fat. Delicious. No grift involved. It is what it is. It's chicken. Chicken skin. It's delicious. Cheapest stuff in the world? No. Not everything should be. But some people want to make their own, and that's their prerogative. Link in the description if you want to try Carnivore Crisps. They are great. But there's a difference between them sponsoring like half the carnivore YouTube channels these days, or some of those organ supplement companies. They are not promising you any magical benefits other than a snack or something to round your lunch out with. Something to give you that crispy snack feeling that you miss from your eating a proper human diet days. These crispy things are hard to get on a carnivore diet. Bacon, you can do that. What else are you going to do? You maybe make your own, or you can buy some of these things. But a lot of these other products come with magical claims about them, or magical sounding. And some of them are legit. They're the electrolyte companies. I won't name them here. But I will tell you, personal experience using those electrolyte products saved my diet. I was having heart palpitations. I was feeling like garbage. Barely work out anymore. Boom, start using those. Took care of the problem. I'm a regular plasma donor. Have been since college. I don't need the money anymore, but I still do it because I believe in what they do with the company I donate with. And I noticed using those electrolyte drinks, powders, the Element and the other ones, Keto Chow and those other things, had an immediate noticeable impact in a positive way on my ability to donate. Why? Well, because once you understand what hydration is, it's not just water, it's actually electrolytes and water in your system. Once you understand how electrolytes work, it became pretty obvious. But there's not really a lot of magical promises being made with that either. But you see this in, especially in the supplement world anyway. I mean, every couple of years there's some new supplement that you're told that you must take. It will change your life forever, and then it doesn't. I mean, they're you go watch some Thomas DeLauer videos, and he's got videos on these different stacks of supplements to take for fat burning and all these other things. And it's fascinating to watch this stuff because it's most of the time it's not true. These things don't really help most people. Some people they do. Some people get some real help. But a good check for a supplement if you for whatever reason feel like you need a supplement is look how much it costs. If it's expensive, it's not worth your time. And that's just when it comes to supplements, right? So creatine, cheap stuff. It's I buy a more expensive one because I'm usually looking one for the gelatin casing as opposed to plant gelatin casing. So from an animal, because carnivore. Not that I think that small amount of plant gelatin is going to be a bad thing, but in general, I pay a little bit more for a good creatine. That's it. If you feel you need to take magnesium as a supplement, it's cheap stuff. Even good magnesium is cheap stuff compared to a lot of other supplements. If you decide you want to take probably one of those classic supplements ever that actually does work, it's called ZMA. It's zinc, magnesium, and A. I don't remember what it is. I could have looked it up, but I'm doing this off the cuff. That one helps people sleep or recover from their workouts at the gym. It's cheap stuff. The supplement industry is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. And that's why there's also those designer supplements that are dubious at best. And at least in the United States, the FDA does not check their veracity of the claims on them. And that's where the problem lies. I'm curious about your experience with these supplements, though. Have you used any of the desiccated organ supplements? I only mentioned Ancestral Supplement because Liver King is the person behind that company. But have you used any of the others? Because there are cheaper ones out there, and there are definitely more expensive ones out there. There are ones that are twice the price, it seems like, of the Liver King's products. Even though they come from literally the same cows. I'm curious what your experiences were with them. Were they for you, like they were for me? No effect. None whatsoever. Or did you find that taking those gave you a noticeable boost in your health? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. It really does help. Sharing this on social media helps a lot as well. Check out that link to Carnivore Crisps if you want a product that does what it says it does. Nothing special. Right, special tastes good. That's all it is a snack. And I'm Anthony Stine, the Practical Carnivore. Thanks for watching today.